One more time. We back again, family. We have the beautiful, illustrious,
that's
prestigious, magnetic, Iman Amir today. So that's it.
I'll put my government out there.
I ain't mean it.
It's okay.
I was making up stuff, and they wouldn't have known. Now. They wouldn't have known that I was not making that up. Now you just told. I was making. You're not all of that stuff I just said. So.
Well, guys, that's my government. Anyway.
All right. What's going on? Today was what? And I give my day.
Today was chill.
It was chill today?
Chill. I've been waking up early.
You have?
On my own. On my own. Don't. No. Today, Today, and I was already up. Like, right. I was up on the phone. So I was up.
Okay, so y'all know we got to do the show Monday, right?
Hey, what's going on?
Just saying. Who we got?
Jordan.
Hey, what's going on, Jordan?
So, yeah. Today was super chill.
Super chill?
Super chill. Yes.
Today for me was, it was a lot. It was heavy. Got on the phone, called one of my lifelines. The good thing about my life today is I don't have a problem that I don't have a solution or resources for. But you got it's like losing weight. You know what to do. You just got to do it. So I know what I need to do. It's just about getting it done. So, so I called today, and some personal stuff going on, and I definitely didn't want to air it on the show, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna handle that before we go on the air. And then I cleaned up that spirit, went on the inside, and I want to talk about happiness or peace, right? My monologue would be happiness and peace today. Nobody, think about it. Nobody can go inside of you and make you upset, angry, mad, uncomfortable, uneasy. Nobody can go inside of you and do that. We do that to ourselves, okay? So we give people the power. We give people the influence. We give people the green light to come inside of us and control what's going on the inside of us. Because when I raised my daughters, I told them, I said, what if I called you a bum? What if I called you a male?
White woman.
White bum. Would that be true? Because that's not who they are, right? So once you accept what somebody's saying about you or what somebody's doing to you, then you get in control and you get in power. So as far as today, I let some things come and make me uncomfortable on the inside. And I'm usually in peace. I'm usually at peace for like the majority of the time because I learned some things that I stopped doing and I have peace in my life. So I just want to tell y'all that if you think about it, whenever you got upset, whenever you were mad, whenever you were frustrated, whenever you were uncomfortable, whatever those negative things are, you allow somebody to do that to you. Because if you make up your mind that you don't want to be that, that's not going to be how you feel. So I just wanted to put that piece together today because I went through some things. So it wasn't bad, y'all. It wasn't bad today. It was one of those days when you say, okay, this is the defining moment for me. Yeah, so that's it. That's my monologue.
Okay. And mine ties into that. We need to love on ourselves more, males and females. So ladies, buy yourself some flowers. I do this personally for myself.
You did do that the other day.
I do it frequently. Yeah. Yes.
I thought you, okay.
What?
I thought you were stealing those, right?
Not those. Not that time.
Oh, the other ones.
Yeah. Ladies, you can get your nails done, mani-pedi. Take a candlelit bath. Grab a glass of wine. Watch your favorite movie or TV series. Fellas, you can smoke a cigar. You can
work out.
You could work out.
You call
That's
one of your boys
self-love.
and have a good conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or call that lady you've been wanting to take out. Go to the park.
Well, see, normally you don't have to tell them that.
Okay, true.
I'm sorry. I'm interrupting.
And you can go for a walk, or you can clean your car.
Yeah.
Small stuff. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I gotta go to Ruth Chris. No, it's not what we're doing. And I've learned that self-love is the best love. When you take care of yourself, you can take care of others.
That's right. If hurt people, healthy people can make other people healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will ask a question.
Go ahead.
Hello. Okay, so when guys cheat, why do you think that's the narrative without asking what the lady did or didn't do?
We just had this conversation.
The people don't know that.
Right. Well, they know usually when we on here, we didn't have the conversation before.
Pretty much.
Okay, so here's the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all know. Okay, so most people. So the people who don't know, I do relationship forums. We had 10 years of research. We got the men and the women together. We had the research for the women only and the men only. Then we merged them together. We started holding forums. We've done some things, in different cities around the country, right? Different universities. So we just want you to understand where this information is coming from. So usually the narrative is the man cheated on this woman. So we never ask, okay, when is the last time? Well, what was the agreement between the man and the woman? What was their, hey, what's going on, Ms. Kandase? What was their agreement before they entered this relationship? Okay, nobody asked that. Nobody asks about the man or the wife. Nobody says, well, if it's been 2 years since they had sex or made love, is that an issue? Nobody ever asks any other questions other than the fact that he cheated on her. They accept that as a fact. They accept that as what happened. And there's another side to that. Just like there's always usually two sides to every story, or maybe three. So a lot of times when we say that the man cheated on the woman, there's no accountability, because a lot of times in the past, in history, this last 20 or 30 years, women they've taken a different position. There's the different order. There are no boundaries. There are no rules, nor are there limits to what goes on in relationships. So if a man cheats on a woman, we just hold the man to the same standard as we did for the last however many thousands of years. But the woman's new position has nothing to do with him cheating on her. And there are some factors, some things that happen and transpire that we need to look into as far as when we say the man cheated on her. So we shouldn't just take that for granted. And that's never a good thing. But it's just something to look into. Yeah, we should look into that.
Okay.
So, all right. So now that was our conversation. So I'm sorry. Please ask me that question again, because
you answered
did I? Okay, I answered.
Yeah.
Okay. I had said a lot. So
you did.
Yeah,
it's okay.
No, I'm sorry. Was that too much?
No.
Okay.
Where did the term "men ain't blank" come from? Well, first of all,
okay. So
you can't use the word "men" and "ain't" in the same phrase.
There you go.
So
that's
you
like
gotta
saying
say
the poor king, like literally the wealthy poor king. There's no such thing as a poor king. If he is poor, he is not a king.
Do not exist.
So when we say a man ain't,
you're not messing with a man.
The reason, right? You're probably not with a man. Now, what we do at the Clipper Dome Chronicles on the YouTube page is, if you go down there and look at video number 2, what is a man? It will describe to you specifically what we say when we say what a man is from a research-based perspective. So don't just say because he is 18 years old, over 6 feet tall, with a six-pack that he is a man. That doesn't constitute a man. So when they say a man ain't, you first have to understand what the definition of a man is. We throw around a lot of titles and phrases today without researching and understanding what the words actually mean. Mm-hmm. So when you say a man ain't, you need to look into what is a man first, because that doesn't make any sense.
It's a double negative.
So there are males, there are young men, there are boys, there are dudes, there are thugs, there are dysfunctional males who ain't Yeah. There you go.
Okay. What percentage of married women are still doing what they did while they were dating?
Today. Now, see, I don't have any research to back that, but I just tell you from my dating experience, I can give you that when I was dating. So, what I heard from the men,
That
what
never happened.
what?
You dating?
Oh, well, what do you mean when you say that?
Well, being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Not my dad.
But I didn't bring people around you, and you know there were a lot of dates going on. I just didn't bring them around you, just kind of like you did when you was, you know, like don't be acting like you know.
It was.
I knew everything and everybody.
It wasn't deep.
No, I believe you when you said it. So okay. Go back. Give me the thing again. I'm sorry.
What percentage of married women are still doing what they did while they were dating their partner, spouse, life partner?
Percentage, I'll say 65, 70. That's what I would say from what I hear from the brothers in the barbershop, what they tell me.
They are doing that?
They are still doing the same thing. 65 to 70 for the majority, right? And that's no specific area. That's not being with other men. That's not cooking or cleaning. That's not, agreeing with her man, sitting down, having a conversation. Submissive. Yeah, submission, that ain't none of that. It's just 65 to 70% overall.
OBKB. I think we talked about this on a previous show, but what percentage of Black women are ready to be wives?
All right. So now let me explain that, because if somebody watching this for the first time, they will definitely get the wrong impression about us and what we do.
Right.
So when we say Black women, a woman, again, there's a specific title. Again, that's the Clipperdome Chronicles, video number 2. You need to watch that so you can understand what I say when I say woman. As far as a woman is concerned, I would say 75 to 80% of the women are ready for marriage. So now, as far as the African-American sisters out here living their best life, doing their thing, being an independent, strong Black woman, the women who are going their own way, doing their thing, the women who are not living up to traditional standards, and all that's fine. There's no problem with that. Okay. But those are probably, I can't say women, to say those females, those ladies who are doing those things, living their best life, being strong Black females. Most of them are not ready to be wives. And the percentage of them, I would say, who are ready, I would say maybe 5 to 10%, and I'm pushing 10. Now, I'm going to tell you why we say that. Because we have done the work and we have done the research, okay? She has sat and watched me do it. She has watched the 10 years of research manifest itself into today. Go ahead. I want you to go ahead and explain kind of what you have seen so the women can hear you talk instead of me. Because they're going to say,
we have a legend on Instagram.
Oh,
we have Duran on Instagram.
Oh, the legend, the myth.
The myth.
Yes.
Dude, that's literally
he is like the Loch Ness monster. Bigfoot.
I love it.
The eighth wonder of the world.
That's what I was just about to say.
You weren't thinking that.
I was.
Because now listen, y'all. What is he saying?
He said LOL.
Okay. So he's gonna be on each and every time we're on, he's gonna be here. Because guess what? He know if he don't, he's gonna be here. Just know that. Every time y'all log in, he's gonna be here. So YouTube, Instagram, he's gonna be here. And y'all gonna see him one day. We don't know, but one day y'all gonna see him.
He might pop in.
Yeah.
He might make an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
We never know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, what were we talking about?
All right, so we was talking about
focused on
females.
All of that.
How many? You said Black women though.
What percentage of Black women are ready to be wives?
So, all right, so here, okay, I can go. I'm about to do it.
Okay,
it's gonna be uncomfortable.
For who?
My sisters.
Okay.
So we want to take my sister we're gonna start off blue collar. If the requirements for the job is typing skills, you have to be able to type 120 words a minute. Okay. If you cannot type 120 words a minute, are you qualified for the job? Yes or no? That's a question. Okay. I want to go to my baccalaureate sisters who have bachelor degrees. If the job requires a bachelor's in science, a BS, and you don't have that, can you get the job? Yes or no?
Nowadays, yes.
Okay. So you have a young lady who has a bachelor, a BA, and a BS. If the job requires the BS, who would you hire for the job if you were?
I mean, it just depends.
It depends. All right, so let's be more specific. I like that.
I want to say because nowadays you can have
we're in a lab. We need a chemist.
I mean, of course, so
I'm gonna be more specific. No, I got you. So I thank you for you correcting that. I like that. So we have a job. We need a chemist with a BS degree, and then you have somebody with a BA degree. Who would you hire? That's the question.
It would have to be with a degree.
There you go. That's because it's qualifications. You have. They're gonna talk to my.
Oh, we have Ty here.
Really, that's my niece. Hey, what's going on? My niece is tuned in with us. So if you have a sister with a master's degree,
that's funny,
and you was a chemist.
I mean, yeah,
and it requires a master's degree.
We get it.
Okay,
you would hire the people with the degrees
who are qualified.
We get it.
What qualifies a woman today to be a wife? Most of my sisters think because they walk up, because they're cute, because they're pretty, because they go to church, because they got a good heart, because they love other people, that qualifies them to be a wife. Now, first, what you have to do is find out from the man what he deems to be a wife, not what you deem to be a wife, and vice versa for my brothers. If my brother think he's a good husband, he first has to find out what women deem a good husband to be. What are those qualifications? The problem we have in today in our relationships is we don't talk to the people who are going to have to grade our paper. That's video number 26. Okay. Oh, wait, what did Ms. Kadase say?
Because they are fabulous and deserve to be a wife. Absolutely.
Okay, right. And that's not what it is. So
we have so imagery. So he said, do they have their man's back?
Okay, so no. I mean, so really,
like most women, probably not.
No. Okay, so I like that. What that brother said. So matter of fact, can he call in? Can you get him?
Well, he's also married, so he would know.
Yeah. So if we type in, let's see if we can get him to call in. So you, good brother, we're gonna send you a number.
Do they inspire their man?
Is that him again?
Yes.
Yes,
he might be working.
Okay. Ask him. Can he call in because he's watching?
Type.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll ask the question right now. Okay, yes, ma'am. So let me get back to that. So a lot of times in our relationships, we have women sitting down with other women trying to tell women what a man is looking for and what he needs. And then it's vice versa. In the barbershop, we get men sitting down telling other men what a woman wants. So what I did do is I started having a conversation with the opposite sex about specifics. And I found out that we don't need to ask men what women are looking for, and we don't need to ask women what men are looking for, because you're going to be off, and we're going to find ourselves having a hard time bridging that gap in communication and understanding one another when we do that. So I don't think that most of my sisters are ready for marriage because they don't know be a wife, and they don't know what a wife is.
They just see pictures. They see the wedding day.
There you go.
They don't see 38 years of marriage.
They see the idea of marriage. Yeah. So
they don't see the late nights, early mornings, days not speaking.
One of the top 3 hardest jobs after family, having a child, is probably going to be being married. It's going to probably be the top 3 hardest jobs you're going to ever have.
But if you pick the correct partner,
yes.
It will not be that difficult.
That's a whole nother. So, okay. So from your perspective, what is a good partner in general? What characteristics or attributes?
For like people in general, someone that communicates with you, someone that understands and knows your love language, It's two different things.
Mhm. Here we go. Hey, you got a caller, y'all.
Perfect.
Okay, caller, go ahead. What's your question or comment?
Hello.
Okay,
hello.
yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, can you hear us? Okay.
Hold on. I gotta mute the
All right, take your time. I'm glad you called in because I like those
You know we're
responses.
not on the radio anymore, right?
Yeah,
When you answer the phone, you're like, "Hello, caller."
yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm just, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all weren't trying to be on the radio.
No, it's not bad.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Auntie.
Who?
Auntie
Oh, she got a
Sandy,
little
the
picture
one
thing.
that was,
Who is that?
that's been
Auntie
married
who? Who
for
is that?
38 years,
Who?
Auntie Sandy.
Okay, I'm sorry, caller. Are you there? Because I'm acting silly.
I'm still here.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just commenting. I think I put 2 points up there because the question was asked, what is a man looking for, or what does it take to be a good wife?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. And I just put 2 points up. One is, do they have their man's back?
Okay.
2 is, do they inspire their man to be better? Or do they inspire them to be closer to what God intended them to be?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I like that. So, in your opinion, what percentage of sisters do you think are prepared to be a wife? Just in general. This is a general question.
I think everybody could potentially be a wife, 100%.
No, hold on.
Sure.
No, let me ask the question again. What percentage of sisters are prepared right now, not potentially, to be a wife? How many are prepared?
Based on what I suggested, what they needed to do. Like, for one, let's just take the first one.
Okay, there you go. No, okay. Your opinion.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think that. So here's the problem. I believe that. Please don't jump on me, women who are men. But I believe that women are taught to be independent, and it's not like a bad thing, but it's kind of like a man is taught to fight for himself in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And on the opposite end, a woman is also taught that, but how it comes out is you have to be a strong black woman, and you got to be able to do stuff by yourself. And the problem is, if you become that so much, then you don't. It's kind of hard to find that balance of how do you build him up if you have been taught to be a strong, fierce woman yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that it's impossible that they can't be that, but I just think that the training and upbringing in today's world teaches women, kind of that teaching is off a little bit for being what I believe. This is my own personal opinion. Because here's the thing: when I say that a woman should put having a man's back first, is because if you do that, then he's gonna put first having the woman's back, right?
Right.
So it's not like it's gonna be an unbalanced equation. So if I know that she got my back and she know that I got her back, then that's kind of like walking in a perfect.
There you go. So we do know that we need our woman to be a support system. That's most men, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not a negative.
Right. But at the same time, they need to also know that they are being supported.
Oh yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, I think that comes with it, and I agree. So when I say order, I would say, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think what part of the car is more important, the engine or the transmission? What do you think?
Well, the transmission is part of the engine.
No. You got to pick one, brother. Pick one. Which one is more important?
I don't know. Whichever one broke down is the one you got to work
So
on.
I'll tell you this. The engine is more important, and take out the transmission. Then you still don't have a car. Then I'm gonna tell you that the transmission is more important. Then I'm gonna take out the engine. Then you don't have a running car. So they both are equally important. We need to stop trying to compete, and we need to complement as men and women. So the problem is now that we're competing against one another. Instead of saying which one is more important, we should say that they're equally important. Because if I take the key away, then you can't even start the car, right? So then and so on and so forth. So we need to try to have a different way to approach these situations and have a different conversation and put it in context. So we don't want to compete. The man is no more important than the woman, but we all have roles and there's order to this thing. And this is what we're trying to get away from, but it doesn't work. It's not going to work. Yeah, I appreciate your comments though, brother. Thank you for calling me. So I still need your percentage of how many sisters, because there are sisters on here now, that you think, in your opinion, are ready to be wives, prepared, who are ready right now.
I can't really answer that.
Okay.
I don't know them. Right?
Okay.
I don't know them. I think it's like saying, how many people are ready to be a doctor? Right? I don't know.
Well,
right?
it's an opinion, though. We don't. An opinion is not a fact, so you don't have to know it. It's just your opinion.
I believe that potentially all.
Okay. All right. I like that. So I like him. I like him. Yeah. So we're gonna use you for some more platforms and panels, man, because I'm gonna need you later on if you're available. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't be too tough on them. Don't be too tough on them.
Okay. You're well. After you talk to me, I'm not tough on them. They tough on themselves. I'm not doing it. I don't make them nothing. Yeah.
Because it's like you said, it's a team, right?
Yeah.
I've been married for quite a while myself.
Yes, sir.
So I'm good at what I do. My wife is good at what she do. But together we are even better, right?
Mm.
So it's not about, they ain't ready. They need to step it up. So we probably both do, all right?
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
So it's like you said, the car is nothing without the engine or the train.
That's right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Both of them work so that we can move forward in this vehicle. And that's just what marriage is to me.
Hey, how long have you been married, good brother?
My son is 22, so it'll be 24 years.
There you go. So now you stay on the line, please. We appreciate your call. We're going to get somebody that got 38 years of marriage, and we're going to have them on, and I want you to sit there, and I want your comments, okay? Don't leave us. Can you do that?
I'll try.
Okay, all right. I appreciate that. I like that. Okay, you take care, brother. You take care. All right. So, okay, Auntie, you got 38 years. You heard the brother. I hope you still there with us. So let us know you still there, Auntie. Give us a hey or a hi if you still there, because you're gonna call in. Now she's not gonna respond because she probably don't want to call in. Right. Oh no, you know what? She can't. I forgot. She did tell me earlier that she has some stuff she had to take care of, so she's gonna listen to the show. But that's on me, y'all. She can't call in right now. So I like that brother's comment. So
yeah.
I need you to explain.
Well, we have to acknowledge Ms. Candace's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are some parents prepared to be parents?
No.
Not everyone is called to be. Every man and woman is not prepared to be a spouse.
That's right. So, okay. So now, see, all right. So
he's back online.
He's back on?
Yes.
Okay. So so what we have to do, good people, is we have to put comments and points in context. What she just read. Not all parents are prepared to be parents. Not everyone is called to be a parent. Every man and woman is not prepared to be a spouse. Now, if that is the point, okay, then we have to get the facts to line up with the point. So in context, she is dead right. Mm-hmm. I am speaking of the people who are in the pool trying to be parents to that statement, and people who are in the pool trying to be a spouse in that statement. Okay, I'm putting it in context. So if you are trying to be a parent, you need to know what the qualifications of being a parent is to the best of your knowledge. Mm-hmm. So you need to go talk to people who have raised children, who have done a good job in your estimation, from your perception, and see what they did and what things that they use, tools and skills and resources to be good parents. The same thing with men and women in a marriage. We have to talk to experienced, qualified people so that we can try to find out what makes them a good spouse as far as being a man or a woman. So I want to put it in context. So what she said was correct, but that's a different topic. So to her point, she is correct. But if we take that, we're talking about the people who are trying to be parents and people who are trying to be spouses. So in that context, yeah. Yes. Okay, so Auntie, call us. The number is there. Can you see the number, Auntie? The number is at the top. Look at the top on YouTube. Can you see that number? Yes or no? Then we'll give it to you because we want you to call in, Auntie. Yeah, so we have a lot of comments. We take a lot of calls. We have different perspectives. We have different points. But what I want to try to make sure is, yeah, okay. So can you call in, Auntie? I see you. We see you that you're here, and we thank you for that. But can you see that number at the top so that you can call in because we want to ask you some questions with 38 years of experience in marriage? Because we had a good brother that was just on, and we want to have some more conversation.
Married for 24.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's the. He got some. He put some work in. Like that's work. That's good. Hey, bro, that's good work. Okay, understand? Like everybody not doing that.
Yeah,
that's
no.
not how that works.
Mhm.
No, you doing that. And okay, here we go.
Auntie.
Oh wait, that's
I don't think that's.
hello. Oh, you want to make a comment? What's your comment, ma'am? Oh wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Wait.
Go ahead. What's your comment?
The idea of marriage, women love it. Ladies love it. The idea of it. But I would say a good percentage, you mentioned 65% of women are ready to be wives. Yes, that's the case because they've had elders, they've seen examples, they've prepared for it. But I would say a good portion of women or ladies want to be married, but they don't know what that means. And potential, I remember the gentleman said something about potential.
Right.
Well, everyone has potential, but when it comes to who can pass the test,
Right.
that's a different story.
Being qualified. Yes, ma'am.
Being
Absolutely.
qualified.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So just want to make a comment.
I appreciate the call. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's okay. So Auntie, I don't think she understands.
Yeah, it's okay. We just
All right.
That's
All right. So
Thank you, Auntie. Though.
So in context, brother, what's my brother's name that called in? What's his name on here?
Okay. Am Imagery.
Am Imagery.
Yes.
When Am
Which is an
Imagery
amazing photographer
called
in
in,
Nashville.
yeah, and that's what's up. Good
Mhm,
deal.
mhm.
When he called in, the potential piece, everybody has potential. See, that's a different conversation. Who is qualified is different than potential. Somebody said something.
He said, what's potential? What do you mean? What was that first word?
Oh.
What did you mean?
Because he hit hard. He came in. He did his thing. I appreciate it. Then he called in.
Knocked it out the park.
So, yeah. We want him to do that. Yeah. All right. So, okay.
All right.
Good people, understand we can all have our opinions. We can have a preponderance of facts. We can have a point.
Whoa.
All of that is beautiful. It has to work. If it does not work, it doesn't matter how eloquently you can speak, how many facts you have. It doesn't matter what your point is. Does it work? We take our research very serious, and these things work. So having this conversation right here, we'll definitely miss one another. Even if my brother has 25 years, my auntie has 38 years, those are specific situations. I'm talking about in general. Most people don't have that, and they miss what's going on with the 24 years and the 38 years. So I want to make sure that people understand what works is not, it's not a case by case specific to what you're doing. It's just in general. Okay. In general, cars run off gas. Okay. Now it might be super, might be mid-grade, it might be unleaded. Some cars run off diesel. Some cars run off electricity. Okay. Those are specifics. But I'm talking about cars that generally run off of gas. Okay. So the specifics will change the point. So you can have a preponderance of facts. You can have a beautiful point, and it still not work. So what we want to do is put this in context, good people. All right. We're going to put things in context so we can have a specific conversation about what we're talking about. So we can cover many different areas.
Okay.
Okay. What did he say?
So he said, I was potential, and I was
Oh, yeah.
probably underqualified, but I figured
Oh,
out
yeah.
how to push through and keep
There
going.
you go.
That's what my
you go.
generation is missing.
There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up.
We forget that it takes work.
It's work.
It's not the long veil and the long train.
I want that, brother. If you can, that number you call, good brother, can you text your number? Because I want to talk to you.
Personally.
Because see, this is a very, very core conversation, but this is surface right now because we on, social media. So it's only so far we can go. But I would love to speak to you because we have some things coming up. I need you to be a part of.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, I would love for you to text that number with your phone number, please.
That is something that millennials, we need to understand that it's going to take work. Hey.
Oh, somebody tuned in?
Yes. So we have, I call her something different.
On Instagram? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's why am I drawing a blank?
Because it happens.
I can literally see your face.
That's what happens when you do drugs. You stop using drugs,
whatever.
And you can remember stuff.
Major. There you go. But I call it something different. I call it something
different. That's
different.
my niece.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on?
I call you something different.
Right. That's right. Right.
I call you something different. So it took me.
I don't like her.
Yes.
I don't
and
like
I know
her
it's in your Instagram name, but I was having a moment.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here we go, y'all. Here you go, Auntie.
Love it.
All right. Hey, Auntie, go ahead with that. What you thinking?
Hello, this Auntie with 38 years.
There you go, Auntie with 38 years. Hey.
Let them know you work for that.
Is the gentleman still on the phone?
No, he's on Instagram. He's listening.
Yeah, he's
listening.
Okay. Well, so what's the question for me?
Okay, so how many sisters today do you think are prepared to be wives?
My percentage, based on, for me,
okay,
my percentage is about 40%.
All right.
I will take that.
Okay, so now what is a wife?
What is the wife?
Yes.
The wife is an equal.
Okay.
The wife is supportive of her husband, even though in today's society, the woman have been taught, I guess, in my perception, the woman is my number is low because of how that woman grew up.
Right.
And she grew up only with a lot of women grew up with a lot of single parent in the home, which is the mom. She can't give them what the part on the husband side because she didn't get to see what the husband really is like. So that's how my percentage is low there. However, like the gentleman did say, potentially every woman is capable.
That's a different conversation.
But she has to have she has to have something to look at, something to mimic, something to do. So it's two different, or the difference is because of the way the woman was raised.
Okay, so now we want to use your experience. We don't want to talk about today. Talk to the young ladies who are trying to get married today. What is a wife and what does she need to do from your experience, from what you know?
That's a lot. Yeah. Auntie, like, that's a lot.
that's a whole lot.
Okay.
I know. Just give us some surface stuff, Auntie. The preliminary stuff.
Talking is number one.
Communicate. Yes,
talking,
ma'am.
And being able to communication.
Yes, ma'am.
To both sides.
Okay.
Everybody has a side.
There you go.
He has a side and she has a side.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
First
ma'am.
of all, a woman thinks differently. In my perspective, a woman thinks differently than a man.
That's right.
So it's two sides to every phase, and nobody's ever going to get along. Nobody's ever going to have the same. They're one, but they're not really one.
Right. Got you.
As far as listening.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
My next one would be
take your time. Come on.
My next one how you wake up.
Okay.
With that mate. You may be mad, you may be everything. But you have to remember that that's something that you have to deal with, and yeah, you're gonna want to go sleep on the couch, or he may want to go do something, or not be in the same bed with you because you have an attitude. But that attitude should not remain. That attitude should really not be there. Yeah, you're gonna want to do it. My next thing is would be finances. Where you guys at with your finances? And you also, that needs to be something coming into the relationship.
Right.
Finances.
Right.
Where you're at and where he's at and where he's at.
And where y'all want to go.
Yes.
What? Yes.
And if you don't see it in the beginning, and you can't come to a mutual, even if it's getting some financial help between the two of you, that is something very important, because money will break a whole lot of things. A whole lot of things.
You making that up, Auntie? You making that up?
I know it.
Yeah,
But
man.
it's just something that you got to deal with, but it's there. The rest of it is just so much, so I don't know what to pick next.
Okay, right, because it's so much. Right, I got you. Well, thank you, Auntie, for your call. We appreciate you.
We love you.
Thank you so much.
Love you too.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Man, so you know.
So wait, so
Go ahead. You go ahead.
So Imagery said, if you want to call back, you can.
Absolutely.
He said, I'll
Please
call
do.
back to explain when I can.
Please do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
And text me your number.
Perfect.
But so whatever number you want me to call you back at, if the number I have is fine, just say okay, and then I'll call you from there because I want to talk to you. Yeah, off the air. Yeah. So so here's
Dropping
the thing.
gems.
I've had a lot of people in my forums, a lot of people during my research who say profound things, but it has to work. Okay. I can tell you this magical land. I can give you this mythical
Candy
situation.
land.
Right. But does it exist and does it work? Okay. So we remember, if you remember the Wiz, right? They were trying to get to the Wiz, but they already had the things that they were searching for.
Sorry, we have Mr.
Tay-Bond. Oh, it's tuning. Okay, what's going on, Tay? So you want to make sure that something works, and you want to make sure that it's real. So no matter how good it sounds, if I had this analogy, I used this one time in one of my forums. Let's say you have the sun and the moon. They're having an argument. Whichever one loses the argument or the debate ceases to exist. Okay? The problem with that is the sun and the moon are one. They just exist at two different times. You can't have one without the other.
They exist. I don't want to say different times.
Well, I'm saying you could.
They
Usually
exist the entire time.
Yes. Okay, but
different.
We're exposed to. Thank you for being specific.
Thank you, because
go ahead, finish that.
No,
I like
ahead.
that. No.
No, go ahead.
I want you to finish that.
No, go ahead.
So when we usually see the moon, it's nighttime. And usually when we see the sun, it's daytime. So depending on where you are,
your perspective,
right, on the globe, is depending on what you see. But they both exist simultaneously. Man and a wife. Okay. So what I do in my forums is I use duality. Duality is you have the direct opposite of everything. You have the yin and the yang, the night and the day, the big and the tall, the white and the black, the hot and the cold, the male and the female. One can only exist with the other. There is no one without the other. So this competition that we're using in relationships is ridiculous. There is no such thing as competition. It is only complementing the other side. And that's what my auntie was talking about. We see things differently. We can still be one, even though we see it differently.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you for correcting me on that. I like that. That's what's up.
Someone might take out of context. All right, we'll wait on the call.
Oh, the brothers. Yeah,
and then after that, I'm good.
You good?
I think today was a good show.
It was. You know what? We can go. No, I don't want him to call back in because I want to talk to him personally so we can use him for the next show and we'll build it around that because I like how he, what he presented. He got 24 years. So, okay, we want y'all to take this. I want you to test this. We want you to try this. Take it to the barbershop or take it to the hair salon. Take it to the job, or take it to the church. Remember, you don't have to like it, believe it, or understand it. Sometimes you just have to respect it. This is the Clipper Dome Chronicles. Thank you.